this might be the most mind-blowing island in all of Australia.
It is the largest sand island in the entire world, and it's home to the world's purest colony of wild dingoes. Welcome to Kgari.
The more we research this island, which you might actually know as Fraser Island, formerly anyway, the more we realize just how mind-blowing and crazy it is. We knew we had to come here.
And even after exploring for 2 days, it still completely caught us off guard. This place is wild. Plane taking off, trying to look out for dingoes, shipwreck in the background. What the heck?
And all of that is just from our first island, because on this trip we spent 8 days working our way up Queensland's coast, discovering some of our new favourite places along the way.
4 new islands, 4 completely different ways to experience them, and everything we loved in between.
And honestly, we had no idea what we were about to find.
This is honestly like swimming in an aquarium. It feels like we're almost not supposed to be in here. We've seen turtles, several different types of rays, a shark, a flippin' shipwreck. Like, I am in awe.
But we're starting right here in Kgari, a side of Queensland you've likely never seen.
Let's go.
You're not whispering now. I think it's so funny that Stacey's instinct was to whisper as soon as we stepped outside of the door, because this place is just so calm. But we are so excited to check out Kgari. Finally we are here to see what makes this island so special, and there, like, the list is endless. I tried to number off in my head how many unique things there were.
And that's just the stuff
number's
that
high.
we know of. Like, I'm sure the locals know of way more stuff as well. We are going on a tour called the Beauty Spots Tour. We're staying at Kingfisher Bay Resort. They run this tour. And the reason we picked it is because we don't have our own 4-wheel drive. We don't know where we're going. So we just kind of want to kick back, let someone else take us to all the best possible spots.
Hell yeah.
And that's exactly why it's called the Beauty Spots Tour.
Love it. Yes, this island is 123 kilometers long. That is a lot of land to cover. We will show you around the resort a little bit later on, because it's, look at the structure. It's a really unique kind of layout of the building. It sort of flows in and out through all of the nature here. And there's a couple of pools and stuff to go around as well. So we'll check it out in a bit. Yeah, boy, look at that. We think, is that what we're going in?
I think so. I think based on the fact that it's got those big old wheels, it looks very 4-wheel drivey to me. Looks more 4-wheel drivey than a regular bus.
Why didn't it pick me up then?
Because you're supposed to take in this beautiful nature as we walk towards it. Oh, sun's coming out.
Lazy day one. Where's my ride? Beats New Zealand.
This is lovely.
Okay, just make your way down and find yourselves a seat there in bus 105.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. What was your name? Now, very importantly, safety-wise, we need to be buckling up with seatbelts. Make sure you are buckled up at all times while travelling on this bus. Very important.
What an adventure already.
How good is a low-effort, high-reward tour?
You're stealing my words.
All we've done is sit on the bus, but already we have learnt so much about this island, seen so much. Our tour guide, Dave, he's like an encyclopedia in human form.
One of the craziest things is this is one of the only places on Earth where a rainforest grows from sand. That alone, boom, mind-blowing. And there's so much more like that to come. That feels so strange, just driving out onto the beach.
We've been in forest for the last 50 minutes and now we're just on like the beach highway.
I'm just smiling the whole time. Out this window, we've got a little bit of sand dune. We're watching out for dingoes. Anybody sees a dingo, you got to yell it out so we can all check it out. I think I just saw paw prints, yeah.
They're gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, they've disappeared, so they must have gone up into the dunes. We're crossing through like little streams.
Out of this creek every hour.
And then on the other side, the waves are crashing, basically right on the bus. We're going to be driving for about 30 kilometers along this beach, and then there's logs. There is like the odd rock, and Davo's just navigating in and around all of it.
Break down, drying out, aging to a more brown.
I just saw one. I don't know if we can go back and see it.
There, I can see it.
Is it?
Yeah.
How far?
It's a dingo. Dane spotted it and called it out. It had like a big tracker on it, around its neck. You can see it back there, but we've stopped in a really awkward spot, and now we're a bit stuck.
See how easy it is. You can get yourself in trouble here on the island by just going a little bit further up the beach.
Hopefully we find another one. We have to look both ways now because we're technically on a road, on a highway. We've been hooning down the beach, 75-mile beach, to our first stop, which is Mahino Shipwreck. And it is insane.
This is one of the most photographed places or spots, icons of the entire island. 1935 cyclone, bad news. That's the short story. There's a lot more facts, a lot more interesting stuff that we might even have to read because we've been taking notes. That's mad, it's right here.
Did you expect it to be this close? Because I didn't. I've seen photos of it, but look.
Yeah, like
It's literally right here.
between the danger sign and that is 7 meters maybe?
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
It's off. That alone is crazy. Yeah, this is called 75 Mile Beach. We've got 90 Mile Beach in New Zealand, and similar to our beach, this is actually considered a road, a highway. It's usable, except for, I don't know if we have planes landing on ours. You're brave, standing on the runway.
Honestly, it was coming towards me and I was like, should I just get it for the gram? Like, this place is wild. Literally, plane taking off, trying to look out for dingoes, shipwreck in the background. What the heck?
I feel like this whole day is going to be information overload, but it's so fascinating. Go.
It really is. You wouldn't know by looking at it now, but this actually used to be one of the most luxurious ocean liners that would travel between New Zealand and Australia.
It was super quick. That's what it was known for.
Yeah,
but then
speedy.
it was ended up being used in First World War as a hospital ship because it was basically Superman. And then, I've forgotten my numbers. So it was 133 meters long. It was 3 stories high. Honestly, there's so much other stuff. It's fascinating. It's even been used as target practice over the years. And I wish we could see that portion happening. But for right now, the fact that it is right here, madness.
Coastline, it's 98% quartz. It is 2% minerals.
Barefoot experience as well.
Welcome to Eli Creek, freshwater creek that I can't believe the numbers for this. Over 4 million litres of water get pumped out of this creek and into the ocean every hour.
How?
How is it not a raging rapid right now? I don't understand. But basically, we have about 45 minutes for a barefoot experience. We're going to wander through the creek, and there's also a boardwalk as well. We were told we might see catfish, we might see tree snakes,
Turtles.
we might see turtles. Australia! Why did you throw it back down so aggressively? Is it fresh?
Yeah, it's weird because there's part of me that's trying to look for notes, like I'm tasting coffee or wine or beer or something. I'm like, you know what? It tastes like water. So it's fresh water, guys.
Cool.
Just not what you would expect to see here. Just, I guess mind-blowing is the phrase we keep using, so I'm going to stick with it. Ridiculously clear water. Beautiful white sand, right out here on the beach, planes flying around.
Do you want to know some sciencey stuff?
Go for it.
Dave was telling us on the drive here that it goes sand dunes, bedrock, and then there's a water table under the bedrock. And what happens when that cracks, the water comes up and it forms these freshwater creeks. So that's what it is.
And to continue
Excuse me,
on,
why do you not sound very excited about my fact?
Well,
I remembered.
I heard it as well. Everyone else at home has gone, wow, did you hear that, love? The other crazy thing, add it to the list, is the sand dunes get so tall here, taller than the Sydney Opera House. We've seen some footage because one of the popular things to do here is to get in a tube and float down the river back down out towards the beach. Stacey's just about to jump in.
I don't think so. So you might know this island as Fraser Island, but in 2023 the name was changed to Kgari, which means paradise in the local bachelor culture. They have been calling it Kgari for tens of thousands of years. It's super interesting learning all about like the history and the culture here.
Yeah, well, we read 20,000 years.
This is 50.
This is 50.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Stacey just spotted a dingo there. Big alpha. What was it? Was it 3 times their weight, Dave? Yeah, these guys, especially an alpha male like this, can lift 3 times their body weight. They've got really strong necks. We're legit having to, we're having to follow protocol here and reverse back. Wow, man. What an incredible sighting.
You can see the tagging of the dingo in the left ear.
Oh, see, the one that I saw earlier, Dave, had a big thing around its neck.
Yeah.
So it's a different one.
So that's a monitoring device.
Right.
That dingo's been to mischief.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bucket list?
That was amazing. It just looks like a dog. It looks like a lean dog. It's not like it looks like a vicious wolf or anything. It feels like, I know you shouldn't. I know this. I know the rules. I've read the pamphlet, but it feels like just be like, hello, you little doggo. How's it going? I'm so glad we got to see one.
You see, just underneath the welcome to Kgari sign is the actual anchor for the mahina. Sitting there.
Oh, no way, that's from the ship.
Incredible anchor, it is. Now obviously we're going to have a lovely buffet lunch here.
Yes, we are.
Hopping out of the bus, and obviously it'll be off to the left hand side. You'll be enjoying your lovely buffet lunch.
Quick change of clothes, and we may have saved the best for last.
I sure hope so. What is this tropical island doing here?
Is absolutely beautiful.
Welcome to Lake Mackenzie. My God.
Look how white the sand is.
Oh, have you felt it on your tootsies?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's so soft and lovely. There's a tree in the water. We've got a Lake Wanaka tree going on behind you. The colours. Dane's colourblind. Can you see the
Describe
colours?
it to me.
There's blue and then another blue. I think there's a 9-metre drop off. So it gets super dark blue out there, but you've got the shallows here that honestly looks like a tropical island.
So this is arguably one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful spot, the most unsuspecting spot on this entire island, because we are 100 meters above sea level, and this is a lake on a sand island that has only been created by rainwater. I'm just looking for the sun.
I feel like it's trying to come back out.
Yeah, I mean we're in winter, so this is like warm by our winter standards, but also I kind of would like some support here.
You can do it.
It's warmer than the creek.
No.
It is. Look at these ripples. That is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, we're straight back out. That was fast. You finished.
It's been about time for afternoon tea.
You weren't exactly long either.
No, I wasn't. That was actually very refreshing. Great 3 p.m. thing to do. Wakes you right up. I was getting a little bit sleepy and now I'm like, zing!
I'm so pleased we got to see that moment of what it can look like.
As soon as it comes out, it's just so beautiful here.
Something else that's just wild as well is it's not just some tiny lake. When I saw the footage online and looked at the photos, I think I assumed it was going to be just, I don't know, I wouldn't say like a paddling pool, but you get what I mean. I didn't expect a lake of this size, anything to be this significant. But anyway, she's getting a little bit later, a little bit darker, and just our luck that our man Dave has organised coffee, tea, pastries, and biscuits.
But before we eat, how interesting is this? This is heightened dingo activity area. So they put us in a cage so that, you know, the dingoes can stay wild and do their thing but not be attracted by the food. So we become the caged animals. I like that.
Yeah, we're like the human zoo. 3 of them, just in case you missed the first one.
So we are heading down to the beach for some sunset cocktails, but we realised we haven't actually shown you around this resort yet.
Yeah, this place is massive, and getting here
Huge.
was actually, it was very simple.
Simple, yeah.
It's all a pretty smooth check-in process over this side. On the mainland, we're at the shopping centre here because this is where the mainland reception kind of check-in area is. And then it works like any sort of cruise. They've taken our bags so we don't have to take them over on the ferry by ourselves. Brochures and pamphlets of all the other activities that are going on the island, as well as a 12-page safety and informational guide around the dingoes themselves.
So it should be a fairly pleasant 45 minutes across to Kingfisher Bay Resort this afternoon, and you'll get met on the jetty side by courtesy train. They'll run you the 800 metres down the reception, and you'll finalise your check-in by picking up your room keys.
We're just adding even more modes of transport. Now you're on a train.
This doesn't look like a train. It's not on tracks.
It's a big site. Little bit of orienteering, babe.
You bring your compass? Because I didn't. Even if I bought my compass, I'd still get lost.
I love what you said when we pulled in, though.
Tranquil. I feel like that is the word. Because it's just, we're the loudest, other than the crows, we're the loudest things here.
Yeah.
It's just relaxed vibes already.
Definitely got a feel that makes me want to slow down. And also I'm just thinking, I feel like all of these boardwalks, all of the buildings, all of the construction is all just perfectly positioned in kind of an eco way to not impact any of the nature.
Oh wow.
How did the bags get here before us?
Oh my gosh, what? I was like, these are going to take forever. We're so far away. Oh,
Yes, yes. Straight for
right
the...
over a pond.
Are we?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
There's the water right there.
Oh yeah, that's the dock down there as well.
So other than the resort rooms, there's also villas, different configurations, like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom.
Family situations.
Yeah, and then there's 2 lagoon pools.
Wait, what? We just found is it considered a third and fourth pool or just a third? 3 and 4. And then there is the sunsetty sand area there with sunsetty sand area, and then the sun setting down behind it with the beach right there. Parks and stuff everywhere, like
Yeah.
playgrounds, swings, stuff. I think get the
Tennis
feeling.
courts.
Yeah, true. Get the feeling it is a very family-friendly,
Yeah.
activity-based
But because
kind of
it's
situation.
so big, you don't like hear a million people running around at the same time, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
What else is there? There was a village store.
Yeah,
Had
true.
So many things in there.
If you want to buy some dingo like plushies, this is the place to come.
I really like that. And then there is a couple of different dining options, a few restaurants. There's the Sunset Bar that I mentioned. There's picnic areas down on the beach.
Trying to read this here. There's a sunset bar, there's the sandbar bistro, and then there's something, I don't want to give it away, but there's, how do I say it without giving it away?
There's
I don't know, there's something
really interesting that we're going to be doing tonight.
This is a story of an ancient land shaped by celestial tides.
Not just interesting though, just add it to the list of all the other Kgari surprises, because this is the first permanent light, laser and projection installation of its kind in all of Queensland.
This island is always communicating, growing, shifting and regenerating.
And it was just the icing on the cake for Kgari, which is without a doubt the most unique island we've explored in Australia.
But this is just the first stop, so subscribe if you're new around here so you don't miss where we head next.
An island so remote it has one of the country's smallest runways, and it was recently voted the #1 snorkel spot in the entire world.
That's the size of Stacey. Oh, yeah. That's the biggest turtle I've ever seen.
That's like 200 years old.